Hello, lovely dancers. We are going to show you a very important principle in this little clip, and that is the orientation of the blades. And this is going to occur in almost all the moves that we do, because the principle that we're working with is that the flat edge of the blade, which is this flat edge of the blade, both of the blades, that they are, what we want them to be is flat towards the audience, because this will make them most visible to the audience and most pleasing in framing the dancer and framing the ATS moves. So with this principle, slight modifications are going to occur with our ATS moves because we are paying attention to the orientation of our blade. Again, all of the orientation is going to occur between the crux of the thumb and the base of the hand. So the position I'm in right now is a horizontal position, and I just term it flat horizontal. But what happens in this position is it's very easy because gravity is maintaining the position of the blades so that they're flat towards the audience. I'm not using any motivation or turning of my hands at all. So an example of flat horizontal can be our beautiful taksim that we add to it. And one thing I want you to notice is that my arms are slightly further apart than normal so that the audience again is getting a beautiful view of the flat of the blade. If I had them a little closer in, this would constrict the view of the flat side of the blade and not be as pleasing. But if I open them up just slightly, we have a nice, beautiful view of the swords framing the dancer. And we can do the rib cage rotation. And again, the reason we are using double swords is simply to enhance the frame of the dancer and the ATS moves, not to show how many tricks we can do. It's just a beautiful addition to enhance the dance, not the prop. So this horizontal flat blade. The next position would be, we would go and do a vertical flat blade. And in this position, I have the tips pointing down. And again, I want to show you that my grip is between my thumb and my and the base of my hand. But my fingers are gently resting just to cover it up. If I were to grip these, it's going to restrict the movement of my arms and how far I can rise them. So we really want that flexibility and that mobility just within that joint there. It makes it a lot easier for the dancer. We can also have these, again, they're in a vertical position. This time, the blades are pointing up. Both vertical, and again, we're seeing the flat of the blade, and the audience is getting a nice view of how this is framing the dancer and her move. We also have positions. Let me show you a position of this. Let me show you an example of this. And what I'll show you is the camel walk. So we have it in a nice vertical position. And look at that beautiful frame that it's adding to the dance. So that is an example of the flat plane of the sword in the vertical position. We also can have a combination in which one sword is in the horizontal position, one sword is in the vertical position, but both of them need to be flat towards the audience so that they get the maximum view and framing of the blades. So an example of this is the body wave. The arm overhead The sword is needing to be flat in the up and down position, in the vertical position, and the sword in my left arm needs to be flat in the horizontal position. If we look at the corkscrew, they're flat up and down, but as I turn it, gravity is moving the blade to where it should be. And then I'm just using the crux of my thumb and base of my hand to motivate the other sword. But again, this is basically the most important principle you're going to need to keep in mind. And what I want you to do is I really want you to work on this in the next position I'm going to show you, which is the sword in arm position, so that you're really working with understanding how to keep the blades flat, both blades flat, as you are performing these. Thank you.